Y'all ready?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another dope ass episode of Sex, Love, and Vibes. And this is your favorite homegirl, Chanel. Welcome, welcome. Hey, y'all. Hey. hey. So today I'm doing things a little different. I actually have a co-host joining me today, along with some guests. Hey, Dawanna girl.
Hey, girl.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm taking my nap today.
Ooh.
Energized for the rest of the day. So let's do this.
Naps are extremely essential in your 30s.
Oh, for sure.
You have to.
I'm running up on 33. I need that.
Yeah, it's mandatory. It's around that time type thing. So now I was doing my research and stuff like that. So did you had a podcast before, or were you on the podcast before?
So I am a part of Perspective Podcast. We have been on a little bit of a break for about a year, but we are working to bring it back. So we're going to figure that out. But yeah, I did a podcast for a little while.
I like it. You're such a vibe anyway. Like, Dawanna is like the life of the fucking party.
And I don't even know how I got like that.
You like the life of the party for real. Like, every time I see you, it's a vibe or a party is going on. So I'm like, yes, please
I'm
join
all
me.
for the vibes. Listen, let's have a good time. Let's do that. That's what I'm on.
As soon as you hit me up that day and was talking about, like, I like the vibe. I love to, join your show. I was like, really? Really? Little on me?
Yes, you.
I appreciate it though, for real.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Of course, anytime. So look, we have two amazing gentlemen sitting here with us. I'm gonna allow them to introduce themselves. I am extremely excited because this episode, we're gonna let the fellas do a little talking. So you know what I'm saying, because the ladies, we be talking enough. So I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. But I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself, and then we'll follow along with the next one.
Okay, so my name is Breon Dupree. I don't know what you want to know about me.
What's your business,
Oh, okay. I'm a full-time accountant. I work for a non-profit called CICF, but I'm also an entrepreneur on the side. I have my real estate license, my massage license, so I try to keep my hands in a couple different things. Proud father of 3 from Gary, Indiana. Been in Indianapolis probably 15 years now.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
He's booked and busy.
You know what I'm saying? Look, he said, I don't know what you want me to say. Then he gave us his resume. All right. All right. I'm trying not to say y'all name before y'all say y'all name, because I got a habit of doing that. So go ahead.
My name is Terrence Jones. I work in manufacturing, and I'm also a Forex trader on the side. I started a community of traders. My group is called Black Wall Traders. And basically starting a community of Forex traders, and not just in Indianapolis, but the Midwest as well. And the goal of that is to educate people and get people to come and give ideas, and also put possibly, in the future, put money in and start investing and all kind of things. And I'm also in the process of starting a family trucking business. So
I love that. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all doing the damn thing. Okay. So, originally, if you guys don't follow me on social media, but if you do, then that's what's up. I appreciate it. But for those who don't, get to it. But look, on social media, probably about a month or so ago, I think, I had created a post talking about how I wanted to get some fellas on the show. And the reason being is because I recently did, if you saw my last episode, it was about the ladies, and it was us and our perspective on relationships, dating, heartbreak, and then we also was discussing like how hard it is to balance our family as well as entrepreneurship. So I always have a lot of fellas like inbox me or comment on like my episodes, and so I decided to do basically, I guess you could call this like a part 2, but a part 1 also for the guys, so y'all can go ahead and just give y'all perspective. So we just gonna get into it, okay? Because y'all both seen the episode, right? With the ladies on there. Yeah. Look, now I'm putting y'all on the goddamn spot. You see how I look? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? You see how I look type thing? Now, Dawanna, you tell me if you agree or don't agree, but I know dating for me has been like a roller coaster. It is like up and down. I've learned a lot about myself, but she gave me the look, y'all. She gave me the look. But it's like, it's really I don't want to say emotional roller coaster, but it is. It's like a roller coaster because 1 minute you're just enjoying it. You're like, oh, I'm single, I'm going on dates. The next minute you're like, okay, this journey is getting, lonely, okay. And then in the midst of, trying to date, you also, if you're on the right path, you're trying to work on yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly doing a lot of inner work.
So I feel like a lot of people mess up and don't do the inner work first. You have to do the inner work first, and then when you are dating, find out what you're dating for. Are you dating for fun or are you dating for the relationship? What are you looking for? Absolutely. And be realistic with that, and don't get those lines like blurry in between.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
I agree. I definitely agree. I can definitely agree to that. All right, so Brianna.
Yes, ma'am.
You single?
Yes, I am.
You are? How has your dating experience been?
It's weird because as a guy we kind of have to lead the dating experience if that makes any sense. Like I pretty much have to initiate all dates, which I'm not like upset about that, but sometimes it's cool when a chick is like, hey, I was peeping you and I think I want to go out with you, but
I always thought that would be. Really, you know what? You're the first guy that I've heard say that because, and I talked about this on one of my episodes way back when I've only been in like 2 serious relationships, and so one with my ex-husband and one with my son's father, and with both I approached them, and I've had guys say, yeah. I'm very direct.
I mean, you said it was a marriage involved, so it sounded like it worked out for at least that.
Yeah, and we were young too. Yeah, so it did. We were together for 7 years, But anywho, no, just like no. But I've heard people have tell me like, with you being a woman, you should allow the guy to do that. So it's weird, but it also makes me feel good to hear a man say, "Nah, it's okay for a woman to initiate." Because not all the time, not every woman is trying to be controlling, or you know what I'm saying, or come off as bossy. So I appreciate that, and I didn't mean to interrupt like that, but I just wanted to put that out there.
It definitely is good for confidence, reassurance. Men need that too, from an emotional standpoint. Like when it comes to getting hollered at by a woman. Like, okay, I got it.
What if we say ski? What if we do that to you? Ski? Hey, what's up? Not just.
You better not be saying no.
I mean, let's be honest, men are kind of easy, so you probably would.
Yeah. And then now, well, you might be on something today. You might be on something.
What will make you turn a woman down?
Ski.
He like that. That would do it right there. That would do it. So you mean to tell me, okay, for both of y'all, like, so if a woman came up to you right now and was like, "Hey, what's up? I was looking at you or whatever. I was wondering if we can exchange numbers."
I recently had that happen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's happened before.
It was just weird because.
See, you thought it wouldn't be.
Because after the fact, I found out more about her situation. You probably should have waited a little bit.
Oh, she had too much confidence.
No, it was just her situation wasn't all the way clean yet.
Okay.
She was figuring some things out.
Yeah, she had to do the work.
Okay. I
it was
respect
definitely
that.
flattering. We went out and it was cool, but as you get deeper into the conversation, it just didn't pan out.
So it's like one of those first dates, and he was like, probably won't do this again.
I mean, we went on a couple days. That's how I started learning more.
Look, we both like, that's what it is. Okay.
She revealed herself too soon.
Now, have you guys like always dated with intention? Are you dating with intention?
I can't say always. Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by intention. Like, yeah, sometimes your intent ends what her intent is, maybe.
Okay.
You got some intention. It's just what is that intention, and are you clear about that intention with that other person? But when you're dating, you have something in mind, whether that's casual dating or something serious. I just feel like everybody thinks, oh, you're not dating with intention because you're not dating to be married. Like, is all dating just for marriage, or,
you're right, though.
Or is dating just whatever you want to be? So that intention just depends on the person, I guess.
You have different levels of dating. You have the dating exclusively, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about communication, of course. And I date. I'm not really a dater, honestly. Like, I don't go on a lot of dates or frequent dates. I'm a reader. Like, I read people. So for me, it's compatibility. Like, that's important to me. I'm dating for compatibility, and then that compatibility is going to transfer over to whatever goes next and taking it serious.
Okay. Do y'all believe in the whole talking stage?
I mean, getting to know, talking, whatever you want to call it. I think that should be initially what you're doing when you first meet somebody. Like whatever that dating looks like for you in that time frame, you're trying to figure out if there's anything more than just some mutual attraction there. I think too often people take that attraction and just think it's, that's enough and let's do this thing.
You're right. They jump right into
so
it.
it needs to, especially if it's a brand new person that you just meeting off the streets. This ain't somebody you went to school with or you've been knowing for years and now y'all decided to date. Every time to really know a person, and it depends on that person and how open they are. It may take 3 months. It may take 3 years because people so closed up, they hide so much stuff from other people because they're afraid to show it. There got to be some kind of cushion in there for you to really learn this new person that you're talking about spending the rest of your life with.
Now, do you think when it comes to that, do you think women try to rush that time frame?
He didn't even take a breath, Dawanna. Did you see that?
How do you feel?
Whoa.
Right.
Well, honestly, like for me, I feel like in my 20s, we were raised, like as women, we were raised to like find a man, get married, all those things. Everything about us is like on a biological clock, we have a clock, is what was told to us. But it wasn't until I was in my 30s, I feel like a lot of the relationships that I had in my 20s, I did rush them. It's like, oh, well, this person likes me, I like him, we're going to be a thing. And it's like, okay, no, I didn't really feel this person out. So now a year or two don't go by, I'm like, I don't like this person at all. But I had that like, what was it? The cloud, the Lulu cloud over my eyes, and I just couldn't see it.
Early honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Everything's nice. Nobody wants to yell at the other person.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all don't really get real until, like you said, a year, 2 years down the road.
Done true inner work in the 20s. In 20s,
in your 20s, you know.
That's true. That's true.
We haven't really mentally got to the point where we're. I've been in my childhood. I think I need to get over that. So.
But yeah, I'm about to be 40 this year, so it's definitely. Are we doing this or are we not doing this?
Like get you straight to the point.
I don't even. You haven't even told me your middle name.
Oh, that's
you have yet to let me see you without that wig on your head yet, and you want me to be your man.
Yeah, nah, you can't go into nothing.
Family, what's the relationship with your mother like? I need to know some stuff at this age now. I need to peep how your family is. What tree did you fall from?
Yeah.
I like that. I like the fact how you because you do have a point. Like us women, we do have I didn't even realize that. Like we have like a clock.
Yeah.
Everyone tell us, okay, by this time you need to do this, do that, and that's how it was for me. I'm not gonna lie, I had much older parents, so like my dad was really, really strict. Like, okay, so if you like him, y'all shacking up. Okay, y'all need to talk about marriage because you're not leaving my house like this. You're not gonna listen. Yeah, that's how I ended up. Yeah, he was really old fashioned, and that's how I ended up getting married. I was going to church. It was his family church and whatnot, but my dad was not having it. He was like, "You're not shacking up with nobody." Like, I went straight to college after high school and everything. Met him, and then we got married. Later on down the line, after I gave birth to our first child, we sat down and had a conversation and realized we weren't compatible in certain areas. We never talked about this type of stuff, and we were together for 7 years, and it was a lot of things that we didn't talk about. We started seeing like different things, like, oh, you like that? Yeah. Oh, I don't like that. You like that. So you're absolutely right. We don't really,
And it could come, like y'all said, like from your upbringing and your background.
Yeah.
Like, you have older parents.
Yeah.
I have young parents. Like,
so it's totally different.
I'm 32. My father is 52. My mother is getting ready to turn 50.
Oh, yeah.
So everything looked a little different to me because like my parents were together. So I grew up with a separate household. So my whole view of what love looked like at that time or what relationships looked like was totally different than a lot of people saw or some
I
people
feel
saw.
like that's the majority, especially
Yeah.
where we from in the cities and black communities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially being young men, we grew up in those environments. We grew up in the hood, watching, how the people, the older guys interacting. Like, I want to be like them. They got all the females.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's growing up. That's what it was to be that man. You know what I'm saying? Like, have different women. We're not thinking about dating like how she grew up. We don't have that mindset that she grew up with. The parents tell us to do that. So everybody got a different experience.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely agree. Now we talking about this dating thing. I'm about to put some pressure on you. Now, TJ, you a father?
Yes, I am.
You are? Okay. Y'all dating experience, how has that made y'all think of look, Priyan is already smiling and it makes me nervous when I look like, just experiencing dating and seeing the world for how it is now, like how do you think that has affected, fatherhood for you guys?
Honestly, it really hasn't.
Really?
Yeah, like I got my children, and if I'm going on a date and I'm dating a woman, I'm expecting her to accept what I have to offer.
Well, no, not like that. Not like that. Like far as like, cause you really don't like how we were just talking. Like you really don't know anything much until you're out on your own and you experience dating for yourself. But raising like a young man and a young woman or whatever, basically the advice that you have to give them once they enter the dating world. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Like how does that affect you? Look,
she's out. I feel like I'm the one in my family that began to break generational curses. So I got a lot to teach my kids. Is this a lot that I wasn't taught?
Okay.
So like about compatibility, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't taught about that. Like how do you really feel? What is your energy with this person? Like I plan to teach them about intuitions and feeling energies when it comes to people and when it comes to dating, meeting their families.
Right.
I was talking about like I wasn't taught that. So you need to meet this person, family. You need to see how the relationship is. So yeah. When it comes to dating, I feel like I got a lot of
generational curse to break. It's a lot of responsibility.
For sure.
It's a lot of responsibility.
So I have two older boys, 19 and 20. So, it's really full circle for me because, at least my 19-year-old is dating, he's been in a relationship and all of that. So I get to, try to tell him, hey, don't do this because, I'm already experiencing it. I'm just letting you know from my experience, it won't work.
Does he take your advice? He be like, man,
he didn't. So he went off to college last year, and at the time he had a girlfriend, but she was going somewhere else. So we had, we talked about what he think he should do about that because he's like, I don't want to cheat on my girlfriend. I don't want to hurt her because I really like her, but I don't like her.
There's too much going on at this college for me to be
because freshman year be jumping. No,
and he was honest. I was honest with him. I mean, it's like I'm like, if you don't feel that strongly about her and you're thinking about this already, it's you're gonna do it. Like it's no way around it. If you're already worried about this being an issue and you haven't stepped foot on campus, you're already in your mind thinking about what these new girls are gonna look like.
Yep.
And you're gonna find one that you're really actually more attracted to than this one. So yeah, go ahead and try to save a friendship as opposed to thinking you can make that work, but you're already in doubt and you haven't even gotten yourself in a situation yet. So
he didn't even realize it yet.
I mean, I think like I said, the fact that he asked me, I think he already had that mindset where it was like he didn't know if it made sense to do because they had been a couple for a while and he liked her as the person she was, but he just wasn't as attracted to her as he wanted to be, and it was a beautiful conversation for me because it's like
Look, you already breaking generational curses having that conversation.
Right, because I mean, I really never had that conversation with my father. Like, he's in my life still at this point. I didn't grow up in a household with him, but he's always been a part of my life. But we've never had these type of conversations. So it's like, it just felt, it just felt great to actually be able to try to impart some wisdom from personal experience.
And I think that's very important to have for your children, because I know, like, for me, when it came to dating and things like that, I would talk to my mom sometimes, but my dad,
different with moms.
like, with my mom understood it, but my dad, it was different. Like, my dad didn't even meet anybody I was dating until I was 30.
See,
Like,
I got 2 older girls.
mm-hmm.
Not older, but my oldest are girls. So I want to have those conversations. I want them to be able to come to me, like, and Daddy, what you think about this dude?
See, and I think, like, once I was 30 and I felt comfortable to do that, like, I'll do it now. But I have, like, such a high respect for my father. I wouldn't allow him to meet nobody that I was dating.
Even if they gotta be perfect.
You knew that you wasn't
like,
going to take it there with that person?
Yeah, like,
okay.
if I knew
you
for
was
sure.
For fun with those people.
For sure.
Okay,
that's what it was. So unless I'm, like, real serious about something, I'm not letting them meet my father whatsoever, because he's my mom too. Like, my mom has met people on accident, but I've never, like,
my kid in the house. What you doing?
Yeah, like that kind of thing. Like,
what does that look like?
What?
She just popped up at your house,
or
we would around in his drawers or something.
Actually, maybe no. But, like, I was, like, when I was dating in college, and my mom came down for, like, a parent, like, appreciation day or something like that, and I'm like, well, Mom, this is so and so, whatever, that kind of thing. Or I always have, like, people at my house or something like that. My mom would pop up. Like, my parents were super chill. Like, it's weird because people think it's so weird how I hang with my parents. But my mom would be at the house, and I'm like, oh, this is so and so. Is it you like him? Well, for right now, like, kind of situation. But, like, with my dad, no, absolutely not. It's only been one time to where I've actually taken someone to my father. He was like, don't like him.
I like relationships like that. The fact that you were able to have some type of conversations, and just be comfortable. Yeah. Because for me, like, since I had older parents, I was not comfortable with asking certain questions. So I was late with a lot of things. A lot of times I had to find out on my own. Like, my siblings, I have a big family, but my siblings were much older than me. Mm-hmm. So I had to find out things, like, from friends and stuff. But then again, like, in my circle, I'm the oldest. Mm-hmm. I've always been the oldest out of my friends. So I would ask them questions, and sometimes they'd be like, I don't know, shit. Like,
and see, in my friends, like, it just became recent to where I'm kind of, like, in that middle ground, but, like, going through high school, college, and all that, I was the youngest. So with my cousins and everything, I'm looking towards my cousins and my friends, and they're the ones that are telling me these certain things. But with me having that particular relationship with my mom, my dad, and even my granny, I was open with all of them. Like, no matter what it was, like, I'll ask for their advice and things like that. I was never uncomfortable to do anything like that. And I didn't lie to them, or I wasn't like the sneak out the house type of kid or nothing like that. I was scared. I'm not doing nothing. I didn't have to.
Because they were so chill.
They were so chill.
So you was allowed to have company and stuff like that?
Now that,
said, don't push it. I can't do that now.
Too far.
I had a lot of freedom as a kid.
Yeah, I had.
But you're a guy. I feel like guys get more freedom than us.
That might be true, but it was amazing the amount of freedom I had.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you was about to say it was a bad thing, but you said,
I mean, yeah, in a way. There was definitely some things happening that shouldn't have been happening in those days, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I never let my kids have that amount of freedom, but I'm thankful that I have those experiences to share.
Yeah, like my dad. So when I was like 14 years old, I moved with my father, and his main thing was be in by curfew. Don't lose my trust. Mm. So with that door open like that, I was always like, well, I don't want to do this. My daddy ain't gonna like that. I'm not gonna get in trouble. Y'all not about to have me. I got put on punishment one time. In that, and I was like, that's never happening again. He took my cell phone from me. Like,
he said, this is not right.
Let's get it together. So I think that was like a great thing that happened for me.
It's I don't know, it's just crazy because it got me thinking now because I got 2 kids. I'm not ready for any of this shit. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's so different. Now, breaking generational curses, like I said, you guys, like far as communication wise or whatnot, that's a start. Because like I said, a lot of parents didn't do that, you know, that I know of with their kids. That, you know, it wasn't as easy to come to your parents, you know, and say, hey, this is what's up. Like, that's rare. You're like the first person, you know, that I spoke to that said, you know, it was a little comfortable for me type thing. So yeah, y'all already starting off with breaking generational curses. Now, let's just say here, with the breaking generational curses or whatnot and raising your kids, what's one thing that you realize that you wish, what's one thing you wish you didn't experience when you were their age that you're trying to prevent right now from them experiencing?
Like I said, for me, because my boys are around the age I was when I made them, is to get them to not find themselves as a baby daddy like that shit. It's not. Yeah, it's not what you want. Okay. Even if you got a really cool situation, it's still, as a man, as the man I am, like I completely miss not having them in my household. Like, yeah. It's, you know, for some people that's fine. You know, for me, it's like it feels kind of like my upbringing, and I did more of that for them. So it's like, you know, don't do that to you yourself or your child. You know, if you out here and you're starting to experiment sexually, be smart. You know, like this girl, don't just, you know,
take your time.
Use protection, all that stuff. So it's like you don't end up in a situation where you're raising a child from a distance or having to, you know, you made a child by someone you're not compatible with, and now that's not working the way you thought it would. You know, so that's probably the biggest thing for me. That my daughter's a freshman in high school, so I'm also on her like, it's okay to have a boyfriend, but don't get too tied. Be cool with it. Right. Don't get too tied up into that, because that changes your whole perspective on life when you start doing stuff too early. You know.
Absolutely. Do you feel like now this is just referring to your relationship with your son? Do you feel like boys are taught to value their bodies like us women are taught?
I can't say what their moms have taught them, but for me, yeah, because even from young, like my son that I said is the one that's more into dating and all of that. From a young age, he had that, and I'm like, dude, you got too much other stuff to worry about for yourself than to be trying to worry about somebody else.
Right.
So it's like, focus on you, focus on things that you need to focus on for yourself, before you start trying to make some girl your girlfriend or whatever, because you have some stuff that you need to work on for you and the person that you're trying to be. When you start focusing on somebody else, you have to also focus on what they're trying to be and all that stuff. Hard. Especially at a young age, you don't really need that yet. You know.
From my perspective, I don't feel like we're taught much at all to value our bodies. Like I said, growing up in the environment we did, and the music that we hear, and the stuff that we see on TV as young black men, of course.
Right.
Nah, we're just throwing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're just putting ourselves out there. We're having sex. We're not really learning about our bodies or women's bodies, which I feel is important. I want to be able to teach my sons, like, also learn not only about your body, but study your woman's body as well. Study the biology of a woman. You know, I've been practicing semen retention, and I want to be able to pass that on to my children. You know
what is the importance of that? I've had a couple people talk about this.
I've been hearing a lot about that.
Now the conversation is about to shift, goddammit. Because I just want to, I know what it is, of course, obviously. Like, you know, I'm direct, so not busting a nut, basically. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So what exactly is the importance of that? Like, what exactly are you teaching? Why is that so important?
To me, I'm teaching the aspects of energy. You know, like semen creates human beings, and being able to preserve your energy and also not be so fixated on releasing it. So it's not only just the aspect of not busting a nut, but also discipline. You know what I'm saying? Discipline, you're being able to harness your energy and focus it into other aspects of life, or other things that you want to do. Like, okay, like masturbation, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot of porn. There's a lot of people want to masturbate often, especially, as a little boy. You just almost gonna getting it off.
Oh, this is all. I'm just not ready for this with my kids.
Oh yeah. And I feel like being able to teach something like that to a young man and could have them a whole different perspective of life growing up. Like, I don't know, it just things that I think about and how it's affected me and my mindset. So I feel like I can teach that to a young man growing up who knows what will become of that person going forward. So
okay. All right. Now we're gonna eventually have to end because I got 2 other guests that's coming on the show too. Before we do, you guys got some questions, right? So we don't have enough time for all the questions. One of the questions that you have, can you go ahead and read the question for me and give me your perspective on it? He ready. He's so ready.
This one, can a man be in love with 2 women? Personally, I don't feel like that's possible. If you're in love with someone, especially on a spiritual level, I don't feel like that can be shared with multiple people. I feel like once y'all intertwine and y'all have this deep, just love for each other, you can't experience that with another person because you're too much in tune with this person to be able to look for that somewhere else.
I feel like a lot of people use that, can you be in love with someone, mixing it up with lust. You can love with someone and then be in love. Love, I agree.
I can tell y'all what somebody told me. It may sound toxic, but I held on to it for a long time. I was told that you can be in love with somebody and you can have love for somebody. Mm-hmm. It's 2 totally different things. They may feel the same, but they're not the same.
As a human being, you want to have love for
everybody. Right. Yeah. So it's just basically not confusing the 2. So I do agree with you. You can be in love with 2 people at one time. But could you potentially love 2 people in your lifetime? Yeah.
Wait, you said you can't be in love with 2 people?
Not at the same time, no.
Okay. Okay.
Somebody getting demoted.
No, seriously.
It's not happening simultaneously. No.
I can't be in love with you and then fall in love with somebody else.
No.
Yeah.
That's while I'm with you.
Mm-mm. Yeah. It's not going to happen.
But you can have love for that other person.
Brianna quiet, y'all. Why Brianna so quiet? Brianna, what was your question? Now, these are questions that some ladies had sent in, had inboxed me on Facebook. So, Brianna, what's one of the questions you have? And you know it by heart. Like, you memorize it?
No, that's the thing. My phone died, so I was but I do remember one, which was the body count question.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The body count, come on.
Too old for. I feel like
I'm way too old to even ask you your body count.
I don't want you to.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't want you to ask me about my body. I'm just gonna be 100%. Let's not go down that road.
Let's not do this.
Please.
It was going so well.
I'm almost 40 and I've been doing this for a long time. I don't want to put myself out there. I would just say I've been doing
no
this
judgment.
No judgment.
No judgment. We're not here to judge at all.
I've never been judgmental over something like that. It's like, it is what it is.
That's how I am. Like, no.
Right. Like I said, I had a lot of freedom coming up.
The eye contact he makes when he says that. I'm just telling you, right?
It allowed me to experience things early. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Please don't ask me about body count, and I won't ask you yours, and we can keep it moving. Hopefully, you just learned something from it that made you a better person.
And so we go from there.
Better lover, and we can, put that on each other. Just take them all as practice, whatever was.
That's crazy.
He's not wrong.
No, he right though, but that's crazy what he said. Like, yeah, that's what you got to do with it. I appreciate y'all. Y'all came through. Me putting that post up. I am just so grateful for that. So thank you.
I appreciate you giving me the opportunity for sure.
Oh, thank you. Now, y'all still stick around. Now, we have a part 2 of this. We have 2 other gentlemen that's waiting to come on here, and I'm excited to ask them questions. Now, everybody got different questions, so this should be fun. But thank you so much, TJ. Thank you so much, Brianna. Dawanna, you're not going nowhere.
I'm here.
You're not going nowhere. Y'all, please stay tuned to Sex, Love, and Vibes. We're going to take a quick intermission, and we'll be right back with part 2. All right.
Y'all think y'all could be in love and fall in love with another motherfucker? That's crazy to me.
He's like, I don't know. All right. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Sex, Love, and Vibes. And we're back with part 2. Hey.
Yo.
As y'all can see, we changed it up. We got 2 gentlemen here. The other 2 had to go. And so we're going to get started. I'm a little nervous because now she not, but I'm nervous. The one at the end, like, I know him personally. Oh my gosh, I don't know what he's gonna say. So he just real chill right now. He started. Let me not make it worse, okay? How y'all doing?
Good. Can't complain, man.
That's what's up. I'm excited to have y'all here.
I'm excited. We've been talking for the past 2 weeks. I'm excited.
Now let me tell you something about Dominic here, okay? Because he was giving me a hard time. He told me his resume about podcasting and everything, Dawanna. Like, let me just tell you what he did, though. And so I'm like, we're talking, and I'm like, man, that's dope. That's what's up. And so I'm like, the conversation getting real comfortable. All right. I said, you know what? You should probably join me one day and, like, co-host or come on the show. He like, wait. Give me some time. Wait.
Because I jump into things prematurely. I'm like, let's go. What I text you yesterday?
You did though. You responded to the episodes and you gave me a compliment on the video stuff, and I appreciate that.
Because I can hear us. I can hear it.
But I could just tell. I was like, and then Mike was like, yeah, I know him and stuff like that. I said, okay. I'm like, because it's hard getting guys on the show. It really is. It's so easy to get a woman on the show because, like, we can talk, have girl talk. Like, it's natural. This is my first time ever having Dawanna on the show. And when I tell you it just it flows because we're ladies. We have certain things in common. Mm-hmm. But to get a guys, like, they got a zillion questions. Nah, you gonna bash me on there, and are you sure? And don't let them be in a relationship or something. It gets real crazy. So
I
stay in my truth.
Because I don't do that. But you know me, I don't do that on my show. That's not my thing. I don't bash no man on the show.
I stand in my truth.
Yeah.
No man should be worried about getting bashed.
You're right.
Hello.
Caroline. You're right.
Hello.
You're right, Caroline.
I'm sorry. I mean, you're a man. You're worried about getting bashed for.
You all right. You better shut it down.
Yes.
That's why he my vibe though. That's right. Man, I appreciate it. Let me say about Caroline though. He did. First of all, we was texting and then he had asked me about being on the show and I thought he was playing. Because he's very direct and outspoken. Like, he checks me anytime I do something that's like out of pocket. Like, we've been friends for years. And so I was like, you serious? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, he gonna forget. He ain't serious. Nah. Dude made sure. What's the address? What's the time again? I said, oh, this for real.
No, she's not lying because she was like, well, I don't know if he really gonna come.
I even told my mama, and my mama asked me today, she said, can I go be there? I said, yeah. Oh, he was for real. I said, yeah. She said, okay, you're going to be so safe tonight. Okay, let me know how it go. Y'all, he was my bodyguard in college. Like, he was not playing, like, for real. But nah, I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all ready because we got some shit. Got some shit to talk about, you know? So, we've been on here talking about dating and stuff like that. And just... as far as like being in relationships or whatnot, Dominic, for you, what does the ideal relationship look like?
Ideally, I want us to be friends. I want us to be able to actually talk and communicate and have fun and like enjoy each other.
Right.
I've experienced that before, and I've experienced like not being able to talk. Not having that openness, not having a friend. Right. So I've seen the difference, and now I know what I like. And right. We got to be friends. We got to be homies.
Right. I like that. A guy approached me a while back, and we had got on a conversation like that, and I was like, it's so important to establish a friendship. He was like, friend, I ain't trying to be your friend. I said that's not what I'm saying though. You're not listening. Like you have to establish some type of bond so that we're comfortable. When I tell you, he was like, I'm not interested because women throw the friend word out too friendly, so I'm not interested. I said, oh, he mad. He mad, and he was serious. Like that was the end of the conversation.
Because once you get put in that friend zone, there's no getting out.
No, you're right, especially with me. I ain't playing that.
But what I'm saying, like, if we're talking, if we're conversing, you know where it's gonna go.
Right.
I know if it's gonna be platonic or if this has the legs to become a romantic relationship.
Right.
So you kind of get that. You see that. You see the writings on the wall and all that. So what I mean, like being a friendship, like me and whoever I'm trying to date, like we gotta have like she one of the homies. Cause I'm the type, I'm in the house. I got a 1-year-old, I got a 13-year-old, I got kids. So I got things I gotta do. So we gotta be able to kick it in a small confined space like a bedroom or a home or a car.
Let me find out you ain't trying to take on no dates.
We're going on a date, but what I'm saying is like we gotta be.
Look at me. Look, you saw my face.
What I'm saying is like because we're not always gonna be outside the house.
Right.
We're not always gonna be around people. Can we be around each other when it's just us? Can we love on each other and not be intimate? Can we just enjoy each other? Can we watch a TV show? Can we have running jokes? Can we, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can we just enjoy each other? Like that's friendship.
I got a question for you. Don't even worry about it. I ain't gonna. Kawan was over there moving. I feel like he had something to say. What's your ideal relationship, Kawan? He's so cool with it, y'all.
Ideally, I mean, there's really not an ideal relationship. You know, if you really think about it.
Right.
Everybody has an ideal relationship, but
it's kind of
they
like what
never
works for you.
seem to get that relationship. They, you know.
Yeah. Whatever works for them type thing.
Yeah.
It's all about really who can you put up the bull crap with. Because I mean, every relationship comes with it.
That's true.
Is this person worth the bull crap that come with it?
Right.
All right, okay. Pretty much. I mean,
is that a form of settling in the aspect or no?
No, it's just a form of reality.
Yeah, because nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
I asked 3 questions. Why are you single? How long have you been single? And what do you do for a living? Because that'll let me know like what you've been doing while you've been single. Have you been working on yourself? Why are you single? Will let me know. Can you hold accountability for whatever happened in your relationship? Or
I hate that damn question. I ain't gonna even
Right.
Who you putting the blame on? Are you taking the blame? Is it on the other person? Do y'all have bad blood between each other? I can tell a lot from that conversation.
We about to have a healthy debate.
And then the job lets me know what you do for a living.
All right, I get what you're saying. The question I don't like, because I get asked this all the time, like when guys approach me, well, you so fine, why you single?
No.
I just don't like the question, why are you single? Like, what you mean, why am I single? Because I choose to be, like for a woman, and but it could be me because I overthink and I overanalyze a lot of things. So initially when a man asks me why am I single, do you honestly think a woman's gonna go into, well, let me tell you what happened, such and such? You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're not.
They're not. We're not gonna do all that. It's too soon for that.
Find out why.
That's true. Well, maybe I should ask, why did your last relationship end?
Yeah, I rather.
That's a better question.
That's a better question. I wouldn't answer that on the first goddamn date though.
I've been on dating apps lately, so it's kind of like I want to say it's like speed dating.
No, I ain't gonna use mine as an example because that's why you're not my man now. No.
I'm 33. Women my age, I made a post about this. Women my age don't shoot their shot. Women, they don't.
Just talked about
look, but they don't even give me a wink. Give me a smile. Give me a look. I don't get none of that. Y'all aunties though?
Okay. All right.
You disrespectful.
They on that.
White or black?
Aunties is on it.
Dominic, that's a nice tie you wear. Oh, you look so.
That's shooting your shot.
But to be honest, man.
Men are so
But
easy.
men.
But it's easy.
He said that.
Men are easy.
But what I'm saying is, it's like women. You don't want to. I can't approach you because I don't want to be called a creep. I don't want to be seen as being pushy. I don't want to be seen as I'm stepping upon your boundaries. I don't want to be intrusive on your space.
Baby, that's confidence.
They weren't raised like that, homie. They weren't raised like that.
You get what I'm
The
saying,
women in
though?
our age group, they was raised to be independent by they.
It's
A lot of them had
independent.
single moms.
I don't mind that.
So they was raised
I
to
feel
be
like they don't
independent,
realize we women in their age group.
Right.
So I got
What y'all
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Women in our age group,
They go, and that's cool.
they
But
ain't really.
I don't hop in DMs. I don't do none of that.
See, I feel like with men that would rather women approach them, a woman's always gonna have to chase them. And I'm not
Thank
there.
you.
I'm not chasing no man.
You ain't gotta
It's just
chase.
not happening.
Just give me a wink.
No,
Just a
I
wink.
We at the
no.
bar and I look at you and I say something and you don't say nothing. Like if I say
That is high school. I ain't doing none of that. None of that. And I'm very direct. I just told the fellas on the last part, like in both of my relationships or whatever, I approached them. Like my ex-husband, I approached him or whatever. But we're friends, and I always approach with a joke, and then I start compliments, and then it went from there where he initiated everything else, like exchanging numbers and stuff like that. So that's not a problem. But like Dawanna said, the problem would be like when a guy expects that, because baby, I am independent, but I'm never too independent not to like catch the vibe between us. So I want that man to come up to me and be like, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, skippy woo woo. Like that made me feel some type of way. Like the way it's being described right now, it just makes it seem like you're not being as confident. And a confident woman needs a confident man. Because I'm gonna tell you now, like just from dating experience and the relationships I've been in, I am extremely confident compared to where I was before. And so I need somebody that's just as confident. So when we walk in this room together, you gotta know that you the shit, and you gotta know that your girl is also the shit, because I'm thinking the same thing. Like we both in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I think that's a major thing for me. So yeah, no, I ain't giving you no wing, bro. I ain't doing none of that.
I will say, I won't completely take it off the table. It
Right.
depends. Like if I see somebody and I'm really on that,
Oh yeah, then I'll be on
I
that
ain't
with
doing
you.
it because I feel like winking is weird for a woman.
I don't even know how to do that
Oh,
shit.
I'm dumb as hell.
I don't even know.
But me, I know I have a very friendly vibe, and I just become a friend in that moment.
Yeah.
And then if I get that feedback, then it's like, all right, cool.
Right.
But let's exchange numbers or something like that. I will say that, but like being the full blown aggressor, absolutely.
I don't want you to be the aggressor. Like if I come in the room, I come into space, and I recognize you, and you recognize me, and can you feel when somebody?
Juan been shaking his head the whole time, like no.
You can feel when a lady is like accepting the vibe.
It's just all about eye contact, man.
So if I don't get
You know
that,
what I mean? And you're gonna get the eye contact multiple times throughout the night. But you gotta pay attention to that. You know what I mean?
right?
So
So
you're gonna look off, look again, and keep looking.
then you go in and you shoot your shot, right? That's like, oh, she probably.
I wonder, are you not paying attention?
I'm not shooting my shot, man. If I know what's your number?
See, he's a little
I'm not no
age.
Because she want me, I want her.
What's your
What
number?
you playing for, man?
What's your
How
number?
you doing? Hey,
His face is serious.
take it down, you know.
I'm taking notes. Don't worry.
Because
Now you don't go up to no.
I mean, that could be. It depends on the setting. If it's
That's
a
true.
setting where it's a fast-paced setting, you don't have time for that.
Right,
All you have time before is to get your number out and go on about your business.
Come on, you a very confident man, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're not afraid. You're not afraid of rejection or anything.
Oh man, I've been rejected multiple times. That don't bother me none.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, I
Can I
think
have
for
your
like,
number? No. All right, cool. Have a good one.
I don't give a fuck.
Don't bother me none.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do
I
with
ain't
it
gonna say,
too.
man, forget you, man.
That's how some men are, though.
Well,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
yeah.
how some.
Now, I will ask this question. Do you guys think that social media kind of took the creativity in men approaching women in person?
You took it right out.
You don't even go in DMs though.
Exactly.
To be honest,
He said you.
But I see it, and it muddies the water for everybody else.
nah, man, it made it easier for me, man.
It made it lazier.
No, it made it easier.
I think it made it
It's
lazier.
lazier.
Nah.
You don't think that's lazy?
Nah.
All I gotta do is open this app on my phone, and I got 3,000 friends.
Yeah.
And the majority of my friends are ladies. I don't add dudes. That's just me.
You know how much work a man got to do to find a woman?
I don't know, man.
You know how much groundwork you got to put in? That's a lot, man.
He said I.
Facebook, I got all these women right here. No.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yes. Oh,
It's
let's
easier.
go. Let's
It's
go.
easier. It's easier.
You know what I mean? And then plus, a lot of men get confidence, you know what I mean, just by, a lot of men don't have that confidence talking to a woman face to face to get her number and get to know her.
And that's what I mean.
You know,
like
flirting with her on Facebook for 2 weeks and then eventually jump
Yeah.
in
But that's
DMs.
different. Yeah,
Now he's building the confidence.
or you building a rapport.
He's building confidence,
he
man.
built so
I mean, it's
confidence,
familiarity.
something.
Because he don't want to get shot down.
It's familiarity.
Yeah, I don't like that though, because rejection is part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
nobody ever like getting rejected, but it's just like, what if we made it this far? Like you said, talking on Facebook for like 2 weeks, and he all confident now, and now we on our first date, and he ain't got shit to say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he got
Because it was
something
all
to say.
memes and shared posts.
Right? I'll be like, hello, like type thing. So I don't know.
Like I honestly think when it comes to like DMs, I tell men all the time, you will stay in them DMs as long as you want to stay there. But if you're in my DMs and don't ask me for my direct number, you're just going to stay in them DMs.
Can I just slide you my number and not say anything?
No, you got to say something. Like,
Okay.
What is this for? I'm not about to like just
Assume, like,
yeah, like no message before a phone number. Like I'm not calling this dude. Like
It's
what is
mysterious.
Okay.
yeah,
no.
all right.
No. Because so I had a dude on Facebook before and he would like react to my stories and like send little emojis, and then all of a sudden he had like invited me to a party. And I'm like, I'm not coming nowhere with you. I don't know you like that. But we've been talking for 2 weeks. I said, you've been talking for 2 weeks. Nigga, what are we talking about?
Right. But I mean, it helped him out a lot.
Come on, like at the end of the day,
It
you
gave
got
him
something out of
confidence.
it, goddamn it.
Hey,
He learned something.
He tried to invite you out.
He tried to invite me to his house for a house party.
but yeah, I mean,
And I had never met this man in person
A
before.
woman can't pick me.
So you ain't having no women approach you.
She can, but I don't know where that's gonna go because now I'm trying to figure out where she wants me.
I give you that.
Look at his eyes. What you doing over here?
Right. I'm supposed to be coming talk to you.
Yeah.
That's a little too. That's too much.
You're a little
So-
aggressive.
So you a little more
You
traditional when
got
it
some
comes
problems
to
in the household. So now you trying to step on my
got
questions. You supposed to sit back and look pretty and me. Come over there. How you doing?
so you're a little more traditional in your dating approach.
I wouldn't say traditional. I don't know, man.
You go after what you like, but you don't like the aggressor woman.
You can. I mean, it's cool and all. I mean, I know how to tame them, but it's just.
How far will it go for real?
Man, yeah, I might have to take you serious. Man. I'm like, she
Calm
might
down.
trying to get some money.
Right.
She might see
He
some
don't
cars,
trust her.
you
He
know.
said it's giving city girl.
I don't like that.
I want what I want. You can't pick me. I
You
want
control
I
what you give out. She can ask. You ain't got to give her nothing.
Well, if she asks, I mean, look, man, I'm a man.
I
Come
get
on,
You said, I
man.
don't like that. I don't like it.
You know how many times a woman approach a man? You think he gonna turn it down?
Oh no, we're catching
You're gonna
everything.
be like, yeah, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and come to our house. That's the only thing you're thinking about, really.
Right.
You know?
I got a little more self control.
Do y'all believe in alpha and females
Look,
being
man.
alphas?
Look, man, everybody got self-control, but as a man,
It depends on who's
man.
doing it.
Let's keep it a buck, man.
It depends on who's
Let's
doing
keep it a buck, man.
It depends on who's
Man.
doing it. You going every time?
No, not every time gotta be worth it.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, but that's what drives us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it a buck. You ain't finna go talk to no girl. She ain't gonna give you nothing. Come on, man.
Don't give you nothing.
But are you dating for sex or are you dating for
Hell
longevity?
yeah.
We got the wrong person on the show.
Look, man, I'm a man.
Me too.
It ain't many things that's gonna drive a man, and one thing that drives a man is sex. Nothing else.
You can get sex
Nothing
from
else.
anywhere. You can go pay for sex.
Who?
But I'm just saying, you can get it from anywhere.
Why? What I'm finna have? I'm in a relationship with this woman. I'm not paying for it.
See, now we mix it. We on two different.
What are you paying for it for?
No, I'm just saying you can get it from anywhere.
You can. But
Oh, so look, so listen, you know how, okay, because y'all have two different styles.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. That's the whole reason of wanting y'all on the show,
Mhm.
because I want like two different perspectives on everything that we, are discussing tonight. Do you guys believe that females can be alpha females? Because nowadays, that's what we hear a lot about. Like, it's a lot of memes and reels about that.
yeah, because there's a lack of alpha men.
So then they're stepping to that.
That's the
masculine
only
energy.
nature. I mean, you take the alpha man out the wilderness, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
The lioness, she gonna rise up.
didn't think of it that way.
just it's a lack of it. Because these days it's kind of hard to be a true man. Because what you say, it's not, you gotta be more sensitive and I'm a woman and I'm just as equal and it's kind of hard. So a lot of men kind of ease back and just go ahead, all right. Yeah.
I got two answers to that. Like what you about the lions, the female lion is the more, I don't want to say she's the aggressive, but she the hitter. And the king lion, he may be the more powerful one, and your power is in your restraint. But the female, she's going out, she's taking care of the kids and whatnot. So it's there's a duality in life, just like how anything can go from hot to cold. Something so cold can burn you. So it's like there's a duality. So that woman, she's in that alpha mode because she feels like you said they have to.
Right.
But I don't think necessarily the woman. I don't like that alpha beta because we equals. It's a duality thing. It's a time where you're gonna be in charge. It's gonna be a time where he's in charge. It's gonna be a time where you are doing 80%. He might be doing 20%.
Right.
I don't like that. Oh, I'm an alpha man. I'm a beta man. I'm an alpha woman. It's just in that moment. That's what's needed for you at that moment. And like where we at as men, I think as a whole, I think a lot of this is narrative driven from social media. I don't think none of that stuff really exists.
And I also think when it comes to kind of like that alpha man kind of situation, like there was one time I had a guy tell me he was an alpha man. And I'm like, if you're really an alpha man, you would never have to say those words.
Because it's going to show.
It's going to show. Because like, I always say, because people think that I'm pretty aggressive or, like, I'm just so independent, I don't need anything. But you put a real man in front of me,
You're going to fold.
please.
Yeah,
That's
because
what I'm
we
saying.
know.
I
We
will
know
shut
as
the fuck
women.
up.
I've had a lot of guys like, they'll come from me and be like, you mean as hell. Or you this and that. Are you real sedity the way you act and dress? But then the guys who know me, they be like, nah. She know what it, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't about like, being weak or anything or anything of that nature. It's just like what you said. When a real man is in your presence. I know if this man right here, this is a real man and he in my presence, I know not to touch that goddamn door because he gonna have a fit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know that he's not gonna allow that. I know if he say, hey, I don't like that, don't do that again. Okay, babe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just know.
You put a real man in my presence, I know how to turn all of that off.
Cause baby, I'm trying to be all in my soft woman era. You feel me? What you say?
I don't think that's a thing either.
The soft woman era? Why not?
That's us seeing like our feminine energy. Because a lot of times nowadays women are not. They're so masculine and
They're out of place.
they defensive.
What?
It's the food.
We're not going down that street.
Oh, you're the I'm natural too, but also
I'm not natural, but
you're not natural when you say that.
But it's the stuff that we eat.
I don't think it's that.
All right.
You really think that's what that?
That's not. I feel
like we're not taking accountability when you say that.
Well, and I also think it's based on how we were raised as well.
I was just about to say our upbringing.
A lot of people our age were raised by single parents, so we had to learn how to really be an individual on our own. To where older people, they had partnerships to where they didn't have to be individuals on their own. So now we have more access to having to hold our own, having to provide for ourselves and all of that. And that's going for men and women. So when it comes down to the dating world, it's hard for a man to navigate a woman because a woman has to do that for so long before a man shows up as the man. So it's kind of like.
Or are we, because, all right, so we were born in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So we were born on, I feel like a cusp. You got to think like 1965, 1955, that's Brown versus Board of Education, that segregation. That was literally 30 years before we was born. So by the time, all right, so 2000, 2002, like we're teenagers or whatnot, the people that was raising us, they were raised by people in a time period that those values, the way we even think about life, doesn't count today. So we're still holding on to the ghost of our of segregation and civil rights and of our past. And that's the stuff that we're using. Because my granddaddy and them, they didn't have, I ain't gonna say all of them. A lot of them had outside babies. A lot of them was with their wives.
Sure.
So there's
that
a
was
lot
the norm.
But there's a lot of things I feel like that we were exposed to growing up because of our past generations. And where we are in life now, this is what they want it to be. Like, we're not segregated. We got the jobs that we want to get. Like, Breon, he works for the the nonprofit that he works for.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great.
Right.
That's what they wanted us for.
I don't think this is where they wanted to be, brother.
But I'm just saying, like,
I think
hey, we more slaves now than back then.
I think a lot of the things that they're trying to do.
A lot of people can't take a day off from work, bro.
they couldn't do it then either.
What you mean they couldn't do it?
Working in the cotton fields.
What you mean?
They was my great grandfather was a sharecropper.
What was the expenses? What was the expenses?
Oh, I get what he's saying.
You saying because it was cheaper?
What was the expenses? They didn't have much money coming out.
But things cost.
They grew their own food.
Nah.
What was they buying? Where could they go to buy, brother?
But my great grandfather was a hog farmer in Tennessee. Peep this.
Okay.
He had 13 kids, and granted, like my grandfather and his brothers, they was on the older end, and then he had siblings that was 20 years younger than him. Like he was going off to the Korean War, and his mama was still making babies. So they made a lot of food. I mean, they made a lot of things like quilts. They preserved. Like that's what we were doing. You know, we grew up food.
It was
but
simple.
You weren't making no money then either. You getting paid 2 cents a day.
True.
1 cent a day. You go into the grocery store to buy a Coca-Cola and it's 5 cents.
All right, true, but they didn't have no money and they still ate. Don't have no money today. Are you gonna eat without no food in the refrigerator? Are you gonna eat that day?
Oh, that's the way.
No,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think it's two different, like.
That's two different conversations.
It was more simple for them back then than us. We really got to bust our
but
butt.
what he's saying, it was simpler then. Nowadays, it's more modern, and what I feel like where we were as men, like we've always been the workforce, and women have always had access that we didn't have because we have to be outside working. So I think
I get what
you get what I'm saying. So it was easier.
It
was I ain't gonna say easier, but
I would love to live back then.
I'm all right.
Hey man, I ain't gotta work. I ain't really gotta work.
I'm not. So wait a minute.
Not completely back.
I got all this land,
but I can't say the structure of the household back then.
Back when we say back then, give me a year.
Give me a yeah. Because we in the 60s.
Because I'm thinking y'all talking about.
I'm talking
I thought you was talking about slavery type thing.
I'm talking 60s and beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
but even then, like they was
still in the household type thing. Like,
chilling.
With first the dad went to work, the mom took care of the crib.
We ain't had much, but
everything was more affordable then.
We had what we had, though. We had what we needed.
Yeah, because the only problems then was cocaine and stuff.
They couldn't. You ever seen what was a Raisin in the Sun?
Yeah.
No.
When they the daddy died and they had the insurance money and it was a whole thing, like it was still struggles then. You had the whole family living together. Wasn't nobody like you stay with your mama.
I think what I'm grasping, and just tell me if I'm not correct, but I think first of all of us got our time, that we was in different eras, but talking about like in the 60s, that's mostly like our parents and grandparents type thing. Yeah, our grandparents thing. So I think the whole thing of like not working, we working extremely hard now because everything is so fucking expensive. But back then for them, like getting a house was not that expensive. It wasn't as hard like to get a job in the steel mill. The only thing they still were struggling with really was, it was still some racism, culture stuff. Well, you're right, it's culture. It was still culture stuff going on. So I'm not gonna say some, but it was still racism going on and other things. But money wasn't a big problem because everybody was poor. Everybody was poor, so it wasn't as bad. Like
the playing field was equal.
Yeah, it was all equal. Like it seemed, I hate to say normal shit, but it like kind of was. But now you can't do it. Yeah.
Money ruin relationships, not social media.
You see how you just flipped that?
But that's what you said. We was
poor.
To be honest, yes, it does.
It can
because it's the wealth gap. It's the creation of the middle class. When you create that middle class, now it's like you the broke guy. I got a job.
Yeah.
I'm a black woman.
Because you're going to see all this shit. You're going to see all this shit that you want. And now you like, oh, I want that. I got to have it. Once you get it, what happens? Your whole mentality changes.
The black woman is the most educated out of like in America right now. My ex has 4 degrees.
I know that's right.
So, I mean, like black women are main.
Period. Look, right. I feel like I had to say something. It's gave me that look.
It's that wealth gap. So, I mean, money is one of those things. And a lot of black men are aware. Either dead or in jail.
And the kids is failing.
So, but that's
because of it.
But we can't hold on to that narrative though. Also,
Why not?
because we got to change. We got to be the change.
Who? Change who? Only thing I can change is my kids. I can't change no adult.
But that's where you. But that's where
that's when you start breaking generational curses. Is that where you getting at?
That's where we start. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. Y'all something
it
else.
definitely went down a whole different.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all gonna have me pull out history books and shit. Okay, all right.
I'm sorry, I'm a nerd.
No, no, you're fine. Look, so okay, let's get into the questions.
Okay.
Because I gave y'all a set of questions, right? And so y'all got your own set of questions, and I'm curious now even more to know y'all
We
perspectives
don't have
on
the same questions.
No.
All right. I looked at them and I was like, all right,
Nobody got the same questions. I had so many people reaching out to me, like far as like with question wise and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna give them all like different questions. So no, y'all don't have the same question.
all right, let's go. You can't be smart ones. That's cool.
Really? All right.
They're not hard, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and Caroline, go ahead. What's one of your questions?
Is giving it up too soon a deal breaker when looking for a long-term commitment from a man? If so, how soon is too soon?
Wait a minute. What? Wait, said is
Giving it up
too soon
too soon.
a deal breaker?
It depends. It really depends on situation, conversation.
What's too soon? Do we like just meet at the club and we in the bathroom like 15 minutes later?
It's all. I mean, we can be cool like that and just, but
Right.
long-term commitment. I mean,
Cause y'all check for that.
if we, change numbers and we talking for a couple weeks,
Right.
texting, and I come over there and you playing, it's over. It's over. It's over, man. We've been texting for a couple weeks. I'm not saying I'm thirsty for it, but you wouldn't give me your number if you even thought about it. I wouldn't give you mine if I ain't even thought about it.
You are something else.
It came across your mind as soon as you seen me. It came across mine as soon as I seen you. I'm not finna get your number just to see if you a nice person. I'm not in it for that at all. I mean, we're not trying to make we ain't finna get no money together. We talking about getting a relationship. I'm gonna see that box like.
So I got questions, Kawan.
Look, man.
We in Kawan.
Look, man.
We out. We out here.
Well, you think I'm supposed to?
I'm not saying that you're not supposed to. So say you met a girl and you were out and about. I don't know what you were doing, but you met someone and so you approach her and y'all have a good conversation. And so you asked for a number and she gave you her number and y'all text for 2 weeks. The first time you see her, you expect something?
I ain't expecting it, but I'm not gonna lean in towards it, but.
So if she don't give it to you that first time you meet, you cut her off?
I ain't gonna cut off the first one in the house.
Okay, because that's what it sounded like you. Didn't it sound like you was saying that?
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
The first one on the house. So the next time we link up and you come to my house, I go your house.
Dudes are so easy.
Look,
that is just way too easy for me.
Look,
that is just way too.
We're not finna do what we playing for, man. I'm putting all my time and conversation.
For 2 weeks?
Look, man. Why you want to try to be a good girl now with me?
I just feel like like that's somebody thinking with their third leg. Like it's other shit.
I'm a man. That's what drives me.
I get what he's saying, and I'm kind of like, women do
play
like.
They know in the first 20
I don't want to
seconds.
look like
No, they said, what was it like?
Have you seen me? I'm me.
Like
I expect that. I'm me. If I link up with a girl, what's up with it?
Even though
I know what you mean.
Whenever the first time it happened, that's on me.
Right.
Like a man will never be able to tell me when I have to. So if you feel like I'm playing, you gotta go. Bye. But it's on my time. I'm not yours.
Hey,
right.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's it.
How long was your time? 2, 3
It
months?
It depends on who the man is.
2, 3.
It depends on the vibe he's giving.
That's what I'm saying.
So
if he's that guy, yeah.
If he's that guy, then
they getting dropped. I ain't lying to you. I ain't lying to you. If he's him, yeah. It could be 2-3 days. She can be like, yeah, I'm gonna get him some.
I mean, I
feel like he
deserves
some.
And that's being realistic.
We do. Because we'll look at each other and be like,
if you didn't want to go there with me, you wouldn't have gave me your number.
Wouldn't have said a word.
You wouldn't have gave me your number. If you don't want to go there with me,
So
that's a fact.
So since we know that y'all make these
Here we
subconscious,
go.
and is he wrong because he's saying it out loud?
No, tell the truth.
Is that what it is?
You know what? I'm not gonna say he's wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong because we do plan. Because I can honestly say, like, if I'm out with my girls and I see a guy that I feel like is attractive, and I'm like, ooh, that's the first thing I'm saying, like, ooh. And when I say ooh, it's like, oh yeah.
They ain't thinking about, I want to, if he's a nice guy, they think.
I think it's the way. It's definitely the way I want to say it.
That's what I'm saying.
No
like,
women.
if
You're not gonna play with me. So if you want to play, all right.
That brings me back
You
to
go
what
ahead
I'm
and find
saying.
you a goofy.
If you see us, if you see me out, and you got that,
Ain't nobody winking, Dominique.
I don't need a wink. But how
Ain't nobody winking.
It's 100 people in this bar. It's 100 people in this bar, and you see me. Maybe I don't see you. How am I supposed to know you in here?
If that's the case, you looking for somebody that's not for a
I'm just
long-term
saying.
commitment.
I'm just saying.
So you don't? Have you ever approached a woman?
In
Whoa,
person?
that's why.
Hold on.
That's why you feel like that.
So as an adult, I've been in 4 relationships.
I think he's him.
No. No. So
Oh.
hold on.
They come to him.
I approached
Okay.
my ex-wife, but we were like,
No,
we were 17.
it doesn't matter.
We got
Have you ever approached a
No,
woman?
we got married at 21. My ex-wife. My latest ex, I found her on the internet, but I approached and I initiated, and I was like, hey.
Okay, so you initiated.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay.
And I believe the one before her, we worked together, so I don't remember how that went.
It was just easy.
It was probably easy because y'all work together.
Yeah.
Y'all right there in each other's present.
Right, so that's what I'm doing. I mean, that's it. That's my track record. I got a little mileage. I'm like a used car,
Fuck.
lightly used car.
But at first, I just want to know, have you approached? How I on some bull over there?
That's old 1970s. Hell over here, boy. I done approach everything.
We gotta push it.
That's why I'm not afraid of it getting turned down. It happened so many times, bro. I mean, I'm not afraid of it. You know, I see some girl that look fine, like, man, one thing about it, man, I know what's in my range and in my league. I don't go above. I'm damn sure I ain't going under. So if I see a girl and I feel like she's above my league, I'm not approaching her.
I'm punching up.
Nah, man.
I'm punching up.
How? You just wanted us to wink.
But
now you got the confidence to.
But what I'm saying,
above?
I'm if it's for me, yeah, I gotta go better than the last one I had.
I mean, yeah, but still within my league. It's in the league you got.
I feel like it's
players.
important for a person to know.
I'm
what
not going out of my league, man. Everybody needs to know what's in a league. Some people want to try to find that 10. Look, I ain't getting no 10. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm good with 6 or 7.
No,
I may get an 8, maybe on a good day.
So right now in your life, where you're at in your life, you will approach like $1 million woman. That's a woman. Okay, that's what we got. That's
Why not?
But I'm saying I would punch up. I will. Give me to the end of 2024.
I said that.
Now I would. I got the confidence.
He don't know what you want to do.
Confidence in.
Do you want to wink it or do you want to punch up?
You gotta make up your mind.
All right, so you will go for $1 million woman next year. Why not
Next
now?
year, because I'm focused.
I'm saying, why not now? As of now,
Because I have to. When I'm
Need the
approaching a
money?
woman, no. When you approach a woman, it's intentional. I have to be intentional. And where I'm at in my life, I am literally building something. And if I have to stop what I'm doing to come over here and start this relationship with you, because where you at in your life, you here. You're not gonna that hey, we ain't having sex after 2 weeks. That shit ain't gonna fly with this $1 million.
So that means you try to jump up a league to get to her.
I belong there.
I mean,
You said, yeah, you belong there, but I guess the question was like where you're at right now, though. Not where you see yourself years down the line, but where you're at right now.
Ain't talking years.
He playing, y'all.
I'm not playing. What are you saying?
Are you dating right now? Or are you just like focused on you?
I've been focused on myself for the past 6 months.
So you're not dating?
I'm entertaining.
He's not dating.
He's not dating. Okay, what's the next question?
I'm entertaining.
What's the next question, Caroline? What question did you have?
You just keeping something close for the winter time. You
You-
are not dating.
You one of those that we be like, he got me fucked up.
I ain't had sex in a year. I'm cool.
what?
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
Come on, man.
Look at Kyle. He about to
Ain't
go.
nothing wrong
You
with
ain't had
that.
sex for a
It's
year, dog.
nothing wrong with that though.
There's nothing
A
wrong
year?
with that.
Praying to God.
You've been single for a
Okay.
year?
All right.
No?
That's a long story.
Oh wow.
Why?
Why what? That's a long story. Go ahead. Go.
We got time.
Men
We ain't got time.
I'm
I'll tell
trying to
y'all.
figure out, man.
can
You know what I
take a
mean?
break.
Men could take a break.
I
It's
understand
just
that.
hard to do when you're in a relationship, but he said that's a long time, so we,
It's
you know,
a long
we respect boundaries on the show.
I respect that.
Does a man have to be physically attracted to a woman to be sexually active with him? To be honest, no. As a man,
Why y'all all look at me?
I'm looking at both of y'all.
No, I mean,
Oh, I knew that answer.
it's a fact.
That's why I looked at
Look at a lot of
No,
these guys,
no.
baby moms.
Yeah.
They be butt ball ugly.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Sometimes for a man, it really ain't about the face or the appearance. Sometimes it's about conversation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women may be ugly, but got a lot of sex appeal.
Because they confidence.
You know what I mean? Like, man, I just want to see what that's about.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to see what. Yes.
Yeah, because there's some ugly men. They be like, they
Hey.
have sex appeal, but they can be ugly. But the way they
Yes.
carry themselves, I handle their business. You be like, okay. I don't know about fucking with them, but you
Some
know,
of the
it's
thickest
sex
women growing up were not the prettiest.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, a man can hit a board.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They definitely said if a man will fuck a pie,
Then it's possible.
He'll fuck anything.
He'll fuck
I
anything.
ain't lying.
He'll fuck anything.
I ain't lying.
He'll fuck anything.
The penis is a muscle, man. Once that blood start going, it's over.
yeah, so easy.
Y'all are something else.
Nah,
I'm looking at y'all different now.
I'm just keeping it
I'm
buck,
not.
but I
I
mean,
believe him.
now at this,
Y'all just
where
out
I'm
there
at now,
waiting.
man, you know what I mean? Like, it don't move me no more, man. It don't move me no more.
What's the next question, Kawan?
Because I mean, yeah, man, that had a lot of fun. So now it's just like,
What's the
What's
next
the next
Okay.
question? Because we're gonna have to.
should a woman ever consider proposing to her man?
Fuck no.
No,
Hell
we know
no.
he's gonna say no too.
Don't ask me that.
Sorry.
You gonna say no? Why?
Damn.
What's
I'm gonna say no. You know, that's not
we
okay.
going off your vibe already.
That's not
Hell no, that's not
We
okay.
ain't going for that,
It's
man.
the way I would mop the fucking ocean before I ever
Nah, man.
propose to a man. That's insane.
What they say
That's
on
our
Facebook?
job,
Count.
man. Us, we in the Bible say he who finds a good wife finds a good thing.
A good thing. Preach,
We
brother.
the ones is, you know what I mean? That's our job.
But then we got Mr. She need to
Wink at me.
over here.
Wink type.
Yeah, but
Let's not get him started.
Oh,
Let's
my.
not get him started.
a woman approaching me, I think so. I think it's a catch. You trying to trying to get some money.
What you want? That's what you asked me.
What
What the fuck you want?
drove in. You must, man.
Stop holding your
Just,
chest.
you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Just
I think you
It's a
got
little-
something to say.
I will. I'm gonna do this for you, Chanel. This week, over the next couple of weeks,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let you know what happens.
No, you said you're focusing on you gotta figure out what you're doing.
I just want to show you. I'm this is gonna be a social experiment. For the
Okay.
podcast.
Please
Just-
keep me updated.
we gonna make sure we check in on his ass.
This is gonna be a social experiment. I'm not doing this.
You shooting your shot.
I'm gonna see how far I go.
And not on no dating site, not on
That's fine.
Facebook, not
That's
Twitter,
fine.
Instagram.
In
In
person.
In person. I'm gonna pick the most.
And we're gonna have you back on the show to give us your response.
That's fine.
Oh,
I'm gonna let
okay.
you know.
Okay.
Hey, this is in my future life. I'm gonna be a sociologist. This is what I want to do.
Oh, we got lots of questions for you on the next show too.
Oh,
Since
see,
you
I'm coming
something
back.
else.
Y'all
You
heard
got
that?
a lot of
Y'all
stuff.
heard that?
Why you didn't tell me Dominique was like this?
I'm coming back.
He's something else. All right, give me one of your questions.
All right. You gave me the hard ones too. Watch this. Why do some men marry the women they care about and not the one they are actually in love with?
I see this a lot.
I don't.
I do.
Because if I'm in love with you, I'm gonna marry you.
No, you're not listening to what's being said. I read that question before I even sent it. I read that correct. I have a lot of male friends and then I have tons of brothers. So like when I sent that question, okay, listen. The question is, why do a lot of men marry the woman that they care about instead of the woman that they're actually in love in. So I took that, and I'm not trying to answer it, but I took that as the woman that they probably no longer have access to the woman that they fully are in love with. But the woman that's been there and that they know they care, that loves them, but they just probably care for it, but they don't love as much as that other woman. They went on that leap of faith and they just made it work with her.
Or maybe when they was with that woman,
In love one.
Yeah, maybe it was a lot of lust. Maybe they were at a younger time in their life. Maybe they had a little more money in their pocket. Maybe the confidence was there. Maybe it was something there. Because why aren't they together now?
It's always a story. I feel like somebody always got that one person that they're always going to be in love with.
Then we not in love. I got love for you, and this person that I'm with now is who I'm going to be with. That's what I'm saying. Like if I'm going to marry, if I'm in love with you as a man, he's going to do whatever. I've heard stories men climbing balconies.
Absolutely.
You get what
I love those. Yes.
Or they bring a flock. I mean, if I'm in love in love with you, and I'm not just lusting for you, I'm just not trying to crack. Like I'm there.
Okay, so that says confidence. That's what we've been talking about the whole show. Okay. You know, you're contradicting yourself.
But you asking why aren't?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of dudes, a lot of things. Well, this pertains to me. A lot of men mess up.
Yeah.
And
that's your favorite.
They be like, "Dang, I want that girl so bad, I can't have her." But let's go ahead and marry this one.
You agreeing with Kawan? He's saying something completely different from what the fuck you said.
That's not my sentiment. That's not the tone. That's not my tone.
It's a lot of guys that.
Because you sugarcoated what you had to say. He did not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that get that one, and you know, it ain't many guys that really got the juice like that. So when they get a good woman, they need to hold on to it. If not, then they kind of, they be in that position.
Yeah.
And we see it all the time, man. Guys thinking that they're better than what they really are. And they mess around and get caught cheating.
They fumble.
And they fumble the bag. And the same guy that's really got the juice, he can cheat all day and she ain't going to leave because he's him. You know what I mean? You got different caliber of men. And some guys be thinking they're in a caliber they're really, really not.
We kind of just answered my next question.
What was the next question?
Why is committing to one person so hard for some men?
Because those you.
I think it's more women than men in the world. So it's like
if you say anything about poly on the show,
I'm not a poly guy,
okay.
But
I'm so tired of having them.
So especially social media, I got 3,000 friends, right? I have access, or I feel that I have access to all these women in my phone. I might not know these women. I don't know you, Chanel. Somebody shared your post, and I feel like, oh, I think this girl Chanel is
right.
So I have access, or I feel that I have access, or all these people are now accessible. Back in the day, you had to go to the club. You actually had to physically be out in places. Now I don't have to. I can get on the app and
we know.
So
and so for them to say, okay, no, we done.
Right.
Okay, I'm stop picking on you.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. I'll open myself up for that. But so I mean, that's one.
You're right, though. You're right.
It's the access. It's just a lot of women are accessible, and the competition is not there in the Black community. We only make up what 12 to 18% of the country's population as Black people. That's not a lot compared to how many white people it is. So if you're trying to find you a Black king or Black queen, your numbers are strong, and then people are going to jail, relationships, or so that's getting people out the dating pool also. So what you left with? It's more women. Where I go, the Made Men Improv show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many women was in there and not enough men?
Yeah.
So when you go out nowadays, it's more women than men. So if I'm here with my homies, so I was out by myself. Now it's like who I'm going. It's like a buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I want?
So when you get the person you want, you still just got access to all these people.
It's not me. I'm just speaking through a general POV for a lot of this. I'm just speaking for a lot.
On that, what I learned is a lot of men, we got certain things we want to kind of get accomplished, and in our manhood. And if certain things we ain't get accomplished, we still gonna be trying to. I mean, that's like every man want to get down with a bad one. Mm-hmm. I mean, a baddie. Mm-hmm. If he ain't never got no baddie, he's still looking for that baddie. Now, if he had one already, he started you know, start to be cool about it. You know, but I still see it. I still got homeboys that still, I'm like, damn, bro, why? Man, you know, they don't know how to keep in their pants, but they still try to gain something. You know, it's still things that, you know, we want to have on our belt as men, but we ain't really got it. We still gonna be doing our thing, man. That's just a fact.
Y'all are something else.
It's true. I mean,
No, I believe it.
So some men, it depends on what you put your
like a
mind to.
threesome. Person, if somebody would have a threesome, they ain't never had one, they gonna keep trying till they have one. And then when they have it, I'm cool. I don't want to know when I ain't like it.
Some men will probably sound cool.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm
What can you control? I can control who I have sex with. I can control, like, if I'm in if it's a numbers game. So if I go out and I want to shoot my shot, I can probably take somebody home. So as a man, for my ego, if I'm not doing something that's bigger than me, like let's say I got a job and I'm a CEO of something, whatever, or maybe I'm a teacher and I'm one of the best teachers. Not everybody has those type of lives. So those guys who are lacking something in life, they make up with it with what's in their pants. You know, this girl probably gave me this type of confidence because she liked my penis or she liked the way I slang it. And now I'm finna go do this for this girl. I'm gonna do this for this girl because I'm getting this type of reaction. Because I don't have anything that's substantial in my life to give me what I need. But I see this, and I'm not knocking them, but they got to realize that that's a childlike mentality. That's just me.
That was different.
Because if
I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what both of y'all are saying. I just wasn't expecting it to go that way. So I'm just like, You get what I'm saying? Like it was different. Okay.
Because it's fun. It sounds fun running through a lot of chicks. It sounds fun. People make songs about it. A whole hip hop industry is built on that lifestyle. So and that's another thing. It's just being flashed in our face. And that's another reason it's hard for people to get married because it's so much cooler. It's so much funner. Oh, look, we outside. We standing on couches. We in Houston. Oh, turkey legs. Oh. It's not cool being at the crib with your family.
So silly.
It's not cool.
Right.
Mike come out. He'll shoot. He got his sons with him.
Right.
I was with my real estate team. I got my son with me. Like I really move like that.
Okay.
Yeah. The last question I'm about to answer is, what are three qualities women should need if they want to get married? Is that what it is? I'm sorry. What are 3 qualities a woman should have when wanting to become a wife?
I was surprised we got that question.
You said lifelong partner to a man. I don't know how to answer this.
Just go on a limb. Just go on a limb. Just throw out 3.
There's no 3. You find you somebody, flaws and all, that you can I don't want to say that you put up with, but let's say he's a little loud, or maybe he likes his food a certain way, or whatever quirks about him. Mm-hmm. You have to take that in and be like, do I like this? Do I not like this? Because you can't change anybody. So coming in with patience, because you can't change anybody, grace, and actually having love and realizing that love is a fabric. Love isn't like a pair of shoes. Love doesn't just break like a piece of glass. Love is a fabric. So you got to learn how to love that man. That man got to learn how to love you. And y'all love have to contract. It has to expand. It has to encompass kids. It got to encompass mother-in-laws. So love is a stress support. So you got to have patience, grace, and you got to have love.
Okay. I knew you had 3. Look.
He found the 3.
He did. The whole purpose of this particular episode was just to allow a platform for you guys to come on and to help us ladies out, because a lot of times we go off assumptions, you know. So to actually have men come onto the show and give us y'all perspective, I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate y'all individually and entirely, and Dawanna, I definitely appreciate you as well. Y'all are always more than welcome to come back on the show. Because at the end of the day, Black men need love too. It ain't just us women. Y'all go do shit too. Y'all have your own stuff y'all working on as well. Y'all do inner work. Y'all fathers, entrepreneurs, and so on. So I just want to always extend that love out to not only to my women, but to the men as well.
Give a Black man a hug today.
You know what I'm saying?
Hug that man.
Hug that man. But no, I really, really do appreciate y'all. So thank you again. And to all my viewers and my listeners, thank you so much for tuning in to another dope-ass episode of Sex, Love, and Vibes. And I appreciate y'all. All right. Peace.
All right, I got some shit to say too.
Here he comes.
You know I gotta.
He
I already
always-
know.
Where I want to start from?
Where's Jay Wyatt? 'Cause I'm sure he gonna have shit to say
It
too.
was something that Dominic said.